So looks nice, bright, and colorful, right? It's got these cutesy little snake birds. So you just look at one of these earlier levels. You got these little cute guys here. They move around. The goal is to get all of your snake birds on the level to this portal here. If there's any fruit on the level, you have to eat the fruit first, and then get all of the snake birds. There can be up to 3, I believe, and get them all to the exit. So seems pretty straightforward, right? But so you start with levels that kind of look like what you just saw there, and then maybe get a little more complicated, like this one. Still not too bad. Still just one snake bird has to maneuver trickily to get both the fruits. So like this fruit's a little hard to get, right? Because if you try to just go down, but if you do something like this, you can loop around and get it that way, and then you can finagle your way back up. So that's the trick to that level, for example. But if you had just tried to go like down like this, you would be one shorter to start, because getting a fruit also makes your snake bird longer. You would have fallen face first and been trapped. But then they get they can turn into stuff like I don't know, this madness. You got 3 snake birds here. You got this like tiny little platforms, death spikes here. You got this snake bird kind of trapped underneath this stupid thing that you have to like knock him out of here. Then this level was a nightmare, just a nightmare. Or how about like this, just like this, just one snake bird, collect all of this fruit without trapping yourself. That one was not the worst, but it's still pretty brutal. So we've beaten most of the levels in this game so far, but we've got what, like 4 left, I think. How many eggs is too many eggs, Pyroman? Without context, without any context at all, 37 eggs is too many eggs. That's, I remember your chronometrics. I greet to everyone for the first time they join during a stream as much as I can. Alright, so this is a good idea to hop back in this game when we're on like brutally hard levels that yeah, we haven't worked with this game for a while, so we're looking at, oh no, not this level. So this level, we get the exit over here. We got these fruits here. We need to collect both of those fruits and then somehow get back up to the exit. And we've got these little blocks up here that somehow we like drop down here to help us with this madness, and How about this one? Oh, okay. This one actually looked vaguely not impossible. This level might not be impossible. It's probably impossible. So the way the levels in Snakebird work is that basically every level in the game is impossible until suddenly you figure out how it's no longer impossible. So I mean, there's a lot of puzzle games where you might be like trying something, like you feel like you've got more options to try, and then you eventually figure out what you haven't tried yet. In Snakebird, a lot of times it feels like I've tried everything. Nothing works. I've tried every possible way I can go about this, and nothing works. So this level's impossible. And eventually figure out what you haven't tried. Sometimes there's multiple things you haven't tried, like that. It's like, Okay, I figured it out. I can get past... Oh, now I'm stuck in this other part. It's impossible again. So sometimes they're multi-leveled. So this is also a nightmare. This is also most certainly a nightmare. We've got to, like, maneuver this guy, like, up carefully. Use these little things, pop them out as pegs so we can keep moving this thing up piecemeal. And use it to finagle our little tiny snakebirds. They're only 3 length and get them up to the top. Yeah, exactly, McWill, exactly. You tried out everything, all the permutations, but secretly, there's other permutations you didn't know existed. There was at least one level that had 2 completely distinct solutions, which were both impossible, so... So... What do we want to do with this madness? So we're only 3 links, so we can't cross that spike directly. Well, we can with help. Maybe? Probably not unless we move something over. We could cross from one side to the other if we wanted to. Okay. Hey, Smite! So... We've got to use these spikes as platforms to rest these other platforms on top of in such a way that I can get up here. So we need one of the platforms resting on this probably because 1, 2, 3... Oh no, we could actually do that because you can move the extra space into the exit. So if somehow they're like resting on another platform in this height, like right here, 1, 2, 3. No, that wouldn't be good enough. So yeah, I think one does have to be resting there. Like, it's always like interesting with this game because I try to figure out things like, okay, well you definitely have to do this one thing, so let's plan everything around that one thing, and then. Nope, turns out my initial assumption was wrong. So it would need to be in one of these 3 spots. Or I guess here, technically. I don't think that's gonna happen, but... So we need something to stand on in one of those 3 spots. So we can go 1, 2, 3 and then move into the exit or whatever here. So... You can always like click on the stars, be all shiny. You can find plenty of stuff to distract yourself with if you want. If your brain just is like, nope, not happening. I've definitely done a lot of that in this game. Just like started finding things to distract myself. This level's not madness yet. My brain still sees this as like not necessarily the most impossible thing ever. So that's good. It's good when it's not the most impossible thing ever. Yes, you can freely switch between snakebirds. So you can switch back and forth at any time. You can also do some funky stuff here. Let's see if we can set this up like that. Sorta. Well, that works to demonstrate. No, it doesn't work to demonstrate my point because I trapped him. Like, so imagine these blocks are not here, right? And this snakebird is kind of floating on top of this one, and doesn't have anything to propel itself against. It could totally push the other snakebird if this wasn't in the way, and that's so super important sometimes. Okay, and then we do have this one's offset on this side. So I'm loosely thinking having this like here. So we can do like oh, then the other one's gonna fall down, right? If we go willy-nilly here. And then this we can maybe work with some stuff here, huh? No, don't. Undo that. You hate this game already. Yeah, this is not a game if puzzle games are not your thing. So I like puzzle games to at least some extent. This is a little more extreme than I usually like my puzzle tastes, but it's pretty well executed and a very clever game overall. Alright, so what if I go like this? Is this some form of relevant progress of any kind? Seen a lot of curious potential options here. I don't... Indeed, Leah too. Yeah. I think this is probably the easiest level I have left, Smite, but I'm not sure. Star 4 was it? That I hate everything about Star 4. Star 4 looks like the most doubly impossible thing ever. Yeah, like there's not very many like easy build-up levels. It's like, alright, level 0, level 1, level 2 starts making you think a little bit, and then level 3 is already a real level. It's like, oh, yeah, I've got to think and try things, and this is not obvious. And you can always like undo freely as much as you want in this game, so you're free to experiment and try stuff out. Huh. Not sure I like the bottom thing where it's at right now. This level actually feels like it's actually really hard to figure out all the things you can try, rather than feeling like you've tried everything. It's a little different. As long as it doesn't have a two-tile snake. Those two-tile snakes are pretty rough. This is kind of a... oh, never mind. It's less interesting than I thought it was. They're also very emotive little snake birds. Like, the green snake's a little afraid because it's like staring at a spike directly in the face here. We can also do things like this, which I'm pretty sure are just completely terrible, but, you know, it's interesting. Oh, no. Let's not do the kill the green snakebird thing. We'll do this. Does that do anything for us? No, this is terrible. Probably terrible. Yeah, this looks pretty terrible. Sometimes you can't tell for sure, though. Like, what if you have to do something like this, and then, like, switch this, like, back over here now or something, and then, like, we're like, jointed parts over here? This almost looks like it's going somewhere. And that frightens me. Okay, this may be a problem. Hey there, squirrel. Can push that back over there. Then we're almost back where we started. But we are on the same side. The snakebirds are on the same side. Now that I've finagled a way to. Okay, we can't do that because then red snake. I'm actually doing it again because whenever I say I can't do that, there's always like other options. Like you can move the green snakebird and then red. Like this is a thing, but it's terrible. But it is a thing. It's easy to dismiss things that are terrible that are actually the solution. So I'm basically paranoid. Basically paranoid at what could happen here. Yeah, we can't fix that once it falls, and we can't fix it before it falls from this position. I don't think, anyway. We could do like this. Actually, that's maybe not a bad idea. It's possible it's not a bad idea. The best kind of idea. Alright, Cape Paulson. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. Hey there, Fyrinth. As mentioned, there's a lot of staring at the screen for this game for sure. Hey, Jumbo Tom. Definitely depends on your preferences if you like this kind of puzzle game or not. Like my my cursor camouflage in the clouds down here. Not really seeing a lot of value I can do from the position we've put ourselves in here. So I don't think I like any of this. I mean, so notably that these positioned where they are means like just these bottom two. I can easily maneuver both snakebirds up. They can just climb by themselves like so. So if we can do like, do we want both of those on the right side like that? It's not unreasonable. Notably, there's also too big of a gap to go just straight across these things. So like, if we get the next one up here, we can't climb from over here to get over here. So even if we had the other platform up top here instead of craft at the bottom here, that would still not be good enough on its own to get there. Very tricky, huh? And of course, once platforms are resting on here, we can't travel freely between the sides anymore. So we can't, like, sneak over to the other side. Very tricky level. So how do we position things so that it is possible to hit the exit? Or is this level impossible? Just imagine how brutal it would be if they like actually put an impossible level in after all the levels that feel impossible. Dead Pet, that's fair. It's a reasonable approach. So, like, if we can put these things anywhere we want, like, what if we got them hanging over this way? So there's a 3 gap, 1, 2, 3. So this would be a platform here, platform here. Like, I almost want to bust out like paint or something to draw this, but I think we can visualize, I hope. So we still couldn't get over here. We'd still be trapped. And likewise, here cannot walk over to here. Oh, but it can fall onto here. Oh, okay, okay. Hey there, Timster Gaming. It's probably impossible. Bird, yes. Oh no, it definitely would not be a good thing to include in the proper game, Fire. Hey there, Armand. I would say, well, depends on, yeah, Fez difficulty is complicated. This game is mostly harder than Fez. At least in my experience, but Fez does have some very difficult, like, dark cube puzzles, including at least 2 that are kind of just BS. I think there were 2 BS ones at least. Long live the Queen. That'll be on the list, Grimes. We'll spin the Wheel of Destiny at the end of the stream and figure out what we're playing next stream. Yeah, there you go, Pirate. That would make a little more sense. That would make a little bit more sense. That's funny, Death Cobra. Yeah, you add the achievements chronometric so you know that people who have the achievements are just lying cheats. What wheel, Graham? So the big list is here linked up in chat. That's the big list of stuff that we might try to play on stream. And we've had supporters of the stream put in their suggestions of the games off of that list they're most interested in seeing. So we take the input from there, make a group of 6 to 10 games, put them on a randomizer wheel, and spin the wheel at the end of the stream, and that's what we're playing next stream. So we don't know until the Wheel of Destiny is chosen. So it looks like if we get like hanging on all of these spikes all the way to the far right, then it's possible. Like, we just walk up and we're out. Obviously, it's not trivial to get them over there, but it's interesting because this level currently doesn't look impossible, which is almost makes me more nervous, honestly. Yeah, some of the traits are pretty dumb in Rogue Legacy. Like, you can restart basically right away, so it's not the biggest deal, but... We are done with Nuke Throne for tonight, Shax. Vertigo's the worst, Genshiro. At least for me, but there's plenty of annoying ones. So... that part's easy, except, you know, the other things fall down part, which may or may not be desirable. And interestingly, from here, Red can finish pushing this over if they want. They can do that themselves. So... Green can get over... Green needs to be over here, eventually. They might not need to be over here now. Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. I think we're not in good shape if this is the situation. Do that. Is that a good thing? That looks like not a good thing, mostly. Well, I don't think I'm terribly happy with that guy being moved over in such a fashion. We could move both of them over. That's not any better, really. That's terrible. Grimes, like, as it's covered on the list, the explanation of it, if we did Undertale again, it would be basically just showing off cool stuff that most people haven't seen in the game. Yume Nikki is on the list, all thumbs, yes. It says Undertale 5th playthrough on the list. Oh, I got you, Shax. I got you. Some of that'll be just kind of my preference. Hey there, Gamma. Or have a good night, Gamma. That's what I wanted to say. So, recurring stuff is more complicated. We might revisit Renowned Explorers, we might revisit One Way Heroics, Nuke Throne, we certainly might still revisit some of our standbys like Spelunky, FTL, things like that. Some of the idea is to, of course, keep focusing on the variety and try new stuff, so we won't be revisiting Nuke Throne immediately, but it doesn't necessarily need to be on the wheel for it to happen. That's right, some experience checks. There's only two categories. There's no experience and some experience. So, hey, Abdez. Golf with friends. I've played mini golf with friends in real life before, but that is certainly not what you're referring to. So I assume the answer to your query is no. Alright, let's go back, and then go back some more. Is this back to where? Yeah, this is about back to where we want to be, I think. Oh right, that's gonna fall if we do that. Awkward. Do this. Haha! Get wrecked, Red Snake. But yeah, I briefly thought about going into more detail on the experience, but it didn't seem interesting or important enough to spend the effort to do so on the list there. This is really awkward. Why are their butts so wiggly? Because they're snakebirds. Ixiage, that's the snake part. That's like feathers. Welcome to the chat, by the way. And we can't even, like, carry both of these together over here if that were somehow feasible, because this spike's in the way anyway. Very, very awkward, for sure. Like, we can do, like, something like this as a temporary measure, and I don't know how any of that ends up working out not terribly. You can lift that guy back up. I mean, I could even do like this. Which is certainly... Oh yeah, that's gonna kill that. You can lift that up. The fact this is possible makes me scared. Everything makes me afraid. Let's be frank here. Everything about this game is terrifying. That's an unusual conversation. Greenbird looks bored. Redbird's the best. Redbird's always like filled with excitement and adventure. Hey, look at that face right there. He's like, ah, the world's full of possibilities. One of those possibilities is spikes. It makes me nervous. Makes me all wiggly. Like, we can come over here. This seems like a terrible idea. Does this do anything for us? We can come over here. Oh, that's a good solid trapping. Okay, that's terrible. Let's not do that. Redbird, why you gotta cause so much trouble here, buddy? Okay, everything Redbird can do over here is terrible. Get back over here. Right, Mdez. Yeah, that's about right. Redbird's just here for the joy of the the thrill of adventure. It's like, why are you so bad at puzzles? I got things to do, buddy! Oh, jeez. Well, that's interesting. Is that in any way good? Hiya, Skippy. Hiya, Stinus Merit. Snarfy Bobo with the host. Thank you very much, good sir. Hope you had a fantastic rest of your stream tonight. Realize I also forgot to link up Mr. Frag earlier tonight. I think most of you guys know who he is, but if you're not following these two people, you should fix that. Because that is a clear mistake. Clear mistake. So for those of you just joining us, this is Snakebird. This is a brutally difficult puzzle game. Chunk of Hunk and Buzzed, welcome. Oh, Thomas gave the life to make this raid possible. In FTL, I'm guessing? Someone gave a life? Trying to think of other situations someone would give a life. Hey, Bounty Boy. So, our goal is to get both of these Snakebirds up to this exit here. And we've got these little moving platforms that we're trying to position such that we could then get our Snakebirds up to the exit. And it is insanity. How levels work in Snakebird? Basically, every level in Snakebird's impossible. Until you eventually figure out the thing that makes them not impossible. Professor Baka, welcome. It is part snake and part bird. It's mostly snake. They mostly behave like snakes. Like they can't. I can't just go over here and fly. Fly a snake bird. It doesn't work out so well. But they can defy the laws of physics in a bird-like fashion, I suppose. So that's good. Very nice, Snarf. You mean you didn't buy a pre-igniter that you shouldn't have bought, and instead you just found one? I see. So my current general plan is I'm trying to get one platform, like basically a platform resting on each of these spikes, all of them as far right as possible, because then we could use them as stairs up here to climb up, fall onto this one, and then climb up here and then get out to the exit there. That plan does not work if you have them all the way to the left. So I want them all the way to the right, but it's 60 scrap is a big difference from 120 scrap. Pre-igniter still does a lot, even with slow-ish weapons. Well, that went down the wrong pipe. Yeah. Tried to mute that in time to not just cough it all of your ears. You only had a burst laser 2 and everything had 3 shields. That would be that'd be a very tough pick. Down to 1 health. Well, that's all you need. That's all you need. You only need 1 health. So now we're back where we started. So these are some of the hardest levels in the game that we're looking at here. We've finished most of them. So some of the easier levels look like this, where you maybe have a couple fruit that you need to pick up that make your snakebirds longer, and so this one is a little tricky because you gotta do that, and then pick up that fruit, and then loop back around like that. But you know, relatively easy compared to the madness that we were just looking at there. So that's what like a easier level looks like. And then it you know, starts ramping up. And you've got these little tiny snakebirds that are awkward to deal with, and you've got multiple snakebirds that need to rest on top of each other and get the fruit without trapping yourself in a corner. And they just get more and more ridiculous. This level I haven't done yet, and this looks like utter madness. Just utter madness. We've got to get these two fruits all the way down on this little platform here, then somehow get back out to the exit here by using these little platforms here, which don't look trivial to get in the first place. They're kind of awkward to maneuver your way up top here to get the platforms, and then you do something with those platforms that's magical. I don't know what it is, but you do something, and you like drop them down here in such a way that you can get back out. And I'm also terrified of the fact these are two separate platforms. So it's not just, like, you don't just stack both of them at the bottom and you're good to go or anything. You've got to like finagle it so like one of them's like balancing on another snakebird to help one get out, and then you drop it, and that level terrifies me. Just terrifies me. So the one we were just looking at looks vaguely possible. And this level is also terrifying. Also terrifying. We've got to somehow move this little platform up gradually, notch by notch, to get all the way up and get our little short snakebirds, all three of them, up to the exit safely. So of the three we have available here, this one looks the most doable currently. I at least have like a plan that looks like it could, like I have an end result that looks like it's doable. If I could get all of these on the spikes to the far right, it's good to go. But that is certainly easier said than done. Mostly I'm trying to figure out... Oh no, this is interesting. We can't do what I want to do here, can we? Oh, we can. Yeah, we can push that with us, and then we're both over here already. Huh. So that's a thing we could do. That is a thing we can do. I know this doesn't work, but I can dream that we can get up to push that over. Wait, we don't want that pushed over, though. We need it pushed this way. Yeah, so green can't just hightail over here yet, because that's not gonna work. Yes, although it doesn't actually matter that I store the previous song as a variable, because like it's basically just a temporary variable. It is checking a file generated by Media Player Classic that stores the recently played and currently playing file name, and then it goes to that file and pulls the ID3 version 1 tag information from that MP3 file. Splits it out into title and artist and album, and then spits that into chat, basically. So it's technically in a variable, but it doesn't need to be. Right, that's just gonna fall down there. If it could just like float for a while, we could totally put it where we wanted it, and that'd be pretty cool. Just float for a while. We can do this, drop it there instead. Is that a good thing? Is that helpful? It could be helpful. Seems not necessarily the most helpful, but looks like this is, oh well, that's gonna kill green for one, so that's one good reason not to do it that way. So we can just ignore that, which is not gonna be, that's gonna be impossible, but I'm just like curious if we can make anything work in the interim. Do this, and then we could do that. So that gives us our first two steps. So we should keep that that in mind. Hey, Zaxels. But yeah, I mean the variables are just to make it easier, like to visually look at the code more than anything else. So it like saves the songs to variables instead of just accessing everything in one single line of code. And then references the variables when it looks at them and stuff. Not terribly complicated. Basically just reading text from a file. So that's good. So just, yeah, push from the top. We just need to figure out a way to do that now without, you know, ruining everything forever. Which is kind of what's currently happening when we when any of them fall to the very bottom. It's over. It's already over. There's nothing else to be done about that. Okay, this is interesting. Never mind. I think I already did that before. It's almost interesting because I mean then green can like get up here and that's kind of cool, right? And then I mean, I could do this temporarily, but that doesn't help anything. I don't think. You can even go like this. Seems like just a terrible idea, but oh man. There's so many, like, possibilities here. Like, for example, what if you needed to do something like that and then, like, push... Let's see if we can finagle that to show... Like, where you have to, like, push that and then, like, let this one fall back down. So you start it on one side and then you put it on the other side and, yeah. Hey there, G Nintendo. There you go, Zaxels. We just need to mutate our Snakebirds, and it'll solve all our problems, and create all new problems. No viewbots, G Nintendo. Just had some generous raids in the host tonight. Rurel, welcome to the chat. I don't know what I'm doing with this right now. Like just shoving blocks around. Okay, well that's a problem. I mean, we figured out 2/3 of this level, which is saying we may have only figured out about 20% of it. I don't know, but hey there, Music Dan. Oh yeah, I can't loop around. If I could loop down and get underneath him, then I could like lift him up and could maybe work together and get stuff where they need to be. And you can do that. That just drops him on the ground. That's terrible. Yeah, you undo a bunch and suddenly it looks like oh, that's not actual progress though. It's only sadness. Let's see, that is as awful as it looks, right? Hey, Moskal. This is Snakebird. You might get angry at your snakebirds, but birds themselves are mostly, well, sometimes like green looks a little angry, I suppose. Red looks more like afraid or excited. Stack the second piece directly on top of the first piece. I don't know if I can do that, and I don't... Oh no, I think I actually did that once, and it's not good because then I have no way to move that piece anymore. I have no... Yeah, there's no way for me to fix it. Let's see, I mean, I guess I could then move the bottom one back out to the left, and then the top one would fall into place. It doesn't seem super useful, but it easily could be. But yeah, so like this position's terrible. We can't fix this, and everything is bad. Yes. So let's go and step back on that. Definitely a curious game to get big host to. That's okay though. Some people like this kind of thing. Fireth rubbing it in, that he remembered how to solve it. We always got great music in the meantime, even if we're staring at a puzzle screen for hours on end. Yeah, that would actually be a good idea, Rurel, if the blocks were a little bit different colors. There's a few spots in this game where I think the visual design hampers gameplay, and that's one of them. There's a few places where the background, the foreground looks like the background. And that is an issue as well. Yeah, so I mean, we've been here, done this, basically. And then green can't fix itself without going crazy over here. And then we can't fix this anymore, right? I don't know, maybe we can. We can get green back over here to save this. And we can do this if we wanted to. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but we can definitely do it. Oh, then we're jammed because of the 2 blocks there, though. And then this is terrible, right? I think that's terrible. Seems terrible. Nice, Pirate. Nice. Yeah, there's one primary solution to most levels, it seems like. There's at least one that has 2 pretty distinct answers. I remember that was like especially brutal because like you stare at this level for so long trying to figure it out, and you can't figure out anything, and then it's like, oh, there were actually 2 ways that I was completely missing, not just one way I was completely missing. Long Way Wind, welcome to the chat. So the goal is to get all of the Snakebirds on a level up to this portal exit here. This is really far into the game, so it's one of the harder levels, but essentially we need to maneuver the Snakebirds such that we can push these blocks around to get them in the right spots so that we can then climb our Snakebirds out into the portal. So basically, don't let the cutesy veneer fool you here. This is a very, very brutal puzzle game. We're trying to figure out how to get the blocks where we want them to be, essentially. Could also do it like this, maybe? No, I think we tried that, and that's still also... Yeah, we've done that, right? We do that, and then... Have we gotten back over here after we did that, though? I don't know. Let's see if we can do anything interesting from this. We could support those if we wanted to. Give Red the freedom to move around. Don't really know if that does anything for us, but we've got that freedom. Red could even like fly over here, say "What's up, Green?" And like there's that stack of those 2 we talked about earlier that I don't think is good, but you know, maybe. Oh, well, that's terrible. You can't drop that. This is somewhat interesting. Because we can do this and then get that where we actually want it, but now we can't actually get over to the right side of the screen where we can, you know, use the stuff we just moved over there without moving this out of the way and rooting ourselves. Although if one of them was already over there, we could then push this back and maybe finagle this, but only if we still had one over there to begin with, which I think kind of blows this whole plan out of the water to begin with. Oh, we're maybe doing silly things here. This is interesting. No, I still don't think there's a way to position the top one here yet, but maybe. I mean, if we could go ahead and position the top one, then we could probably get the middle one too. I don't know. We still have no way to actually get back to the right side of the map right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, there's all sorts of possibilities with what I'm, like, doing here, but none of them seem meaningful enough to actually matter. I can't get back over there even if we throw away a platform there. You're playing chess with the game devs. Well, turns out I needed to think 37 moves ahead, which involved actually turning my pawn into a bishop for some reason, rather than a queen, to avoid the stalemate situation. And they swim through the air. I can see that. I mean, the way their tails moves, it's got a bit of a swimming fashion to it. Slither is probably a little more appropriate, but I can definitely see swim. I don't object to that that term being used. Like I can finagle this situation that I don't like in so many different ways. It's honestly a little impressive how many different ways I can do what I don't want to do. I mean, we can do that. It's not good, but we can do it. Hey there, Bionic Knight. My thinking part, indeed. Yeah, the way I often describe this game is that if your goal or something you desire, if something you desire and you think would be an improvement on the situation is you think your brain's a little too comfortable up there in your skull, you'd rather have your brain be a puddle on the floor, then Snakebird is a good medium, a good method to produce that end result. That music would be pretty intense music, Dan. This one would be more intense, man. Yeah, I don't think having both Snakebirds over here with this sort of situation is good. I think we gotta go way back. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. probably like my third or fourth favorite song from Homestuck. It's brutal. Hey there, Tsunamine. Welcome to the chat. I don't think that one was Toby Fox, was it? That was... Oh, it was a remix of a Toby Fox song, though. Right? Is that, yeah. And Seth Peel did a remix of a Toby Fox song. So it's not too far removed from Undertale. So yeah, Bionic Knight, the plan is so the bottom thing is where we want it there. If we can get one that is then resting on this and resting on this, all of them facing all the way to the right, then we can climb up here, climb up here, climb up here. We can't reach here from there, but we can fall down, and there's a platform here. So we fall down onto that, then we just climb up here and then to the exit. So if we can get them all in those positions, then we're good. Well, sorry, if we can get them all in those positions and both Snakebirds are on the right side of the map, that's important, then we're good to go. We've managed to have both Snakebirds on the right with the bottom two platforms in place, but the third platform was just dead on the bottom with no way to recover it. That is right? There's no possible way to recover one at the bottom. Yeah. So that's just a dead platform. We can't do that. Oh, jeez. Now I'm like, now I'm considering the possibility of a platform at the bottom not being the worst thing. Like, so the logic there would be that you could then rest, like say this platform on the bottom platform, and then somehow move it up to become the second platform, then the last one becomes the third platform, and maybe that would still work in some fashion? I don't think so. Because then you couldn't climb from the bottom to this level. No. I don't think that would work. So that's what happens if they're all facing left Bionic Knight. The important distinction is that they can fall into a gap and still be caught. So, yeah, so this block's here, and then we'll have another block right here, where I'm clicking there, and then the final block will be up here, right? So we can climb up here, we can climb up here, we can climb up here. So that's pretty straightforward. But then we move 3 over here, so we can't reach the block here. But what happens is there's a block here, because the left-hand piece of the one that's going over here is right here. So we just fall onto that block. Our head's right here, and then we can just move up right there on top of this block, and then out we go. This is Zunth. Welcome to the chat. Probably. We'll probably need them together to get to the top. We need them both on the right side before we place the last one anyway. And probably as we're placing the second one, we'll need to be moving green over to the right at the same time or something. And then somehow the last platform will... So earlier we were looking at vague possibilities of setting the top one before the middle one, and that seems like maybe something you need to do? Because if once the middle one's set, there's no way for left to get to the right, or vice versa. So, huh. Do we actually have to do some of those nonsense ideas where, like, we put this one here, but then we move it, or, like, let's probably say we put it far to the left here to start, but then we have to, like, move it back over to the right or something as a Snakebird switching lanes, and, yeah. I told you I was a little afraid that this one seemed possible, instead of seeming impossible. The fact that, like, it wasn't clearly impossible, like, frightens me, and it still does. Because if it's not clearly impossible, then it's probably super complicated. In a vaguely possible, but, you know, still probably impossible sort of fashion. Usually my goal while streaming this game is to see how many times I could work in the word impossible into the discussion. So I think we do a pretty good job of reaching that goal. And every time we're here, I just want to go back to this situation where it's like, hey, that doesn't quite solve anything. It almost does, because then no, we go there. Right, and then go here, and then go here. Wait, that's not what... We can do what we just did, but have it over to the right instead of over to the left. That's the thing we can do. We've done that. I just wasn't doing it right. Right, we need this guy to go... Sorry, other way. Yeah, I can go like that. That's how we get two in position while having the third useless and game over because the third's useless, but... That's two in position with both Snakebirds on the correct side. So we can make all of that happen. If we could figure out some way to not lose another block in the process. And if we do it this way, I think that block is lost there. Or we can lose it that way instead. Either way, it's wrecked. I'm not really doing nothing too much right now, Crazy. I would say my focus level on the puzzle is above average, certainly. And Tsunamine, there's a lot of Undertale music on the playlist as well. There's some of both. We just recently added some Homestuck stuff. Hey, Mental Bill. See, I think once we're in this spot, it's wrecked. Do that. Wreck it in a different way. There's so many different ways you could wreck it. So many different ways. See, that's the problem, Javi. Like, this level's possible, but it seems like we have to do an impossible level of possibleness. I think Sunslammer is a little less memorable, at least to me, because what do you want to say? The page, I guess, the page that it was on required your input rather than just watching a cool flash animation, so it ends up fitting, like, it doesn't like fit with the animation and stuff like say Explore or something like that does. I'm still reading through the comic. I'm at the second pile of boring, and seeing if hopefully I can trudge through that, and hopefully it picks back up again. So we've been starting by placing the first one where it needs to be every time. Is that possibly a mistake? It could be. So where I considered the first pile of boring was 5-1. 5-1 was awful, like actively bad content as far as I'm concerned. That was 500 pages that felt like 1,500. Just non-stop text dumps, and it definitely picked back up after that. It's like, okay, things are getting pretty good again. And now, what is it? Act 7, or it's let's just say Ancestors to keep it vague, but with the and it's especially bad, honestly, because so I set up scripts for Homestuck to filter out the leet speak of the trolls to make that more readable, and then they're like, well, we're gonna have a bunch of dialogue dumps inside a pseudo game, so you can't filter out the leet speak. Suck on that, Twitch. Suck on that. And I'm like, aw, I'm sad now. Hey there, blue suede shoes. Welcome to the chat. So, I mean, we could just reset and see if we could figure out some other way to not place the first one first. That's really awkward, though, because it starts balanced on our Snakebirds, right? So we kind of need to place the first one in some fashion, I think. It might be in such a way that we end up pushing it away and doing weird things, but yeah, that's fair, Nominee. That's what I imagine most people do. I hadn't actually put too much thought into it until another friend of mine mentioned that they stopped reading it because of that. And I'm like, it is really annoying. I don't like it. I hadn't gotten to 5-1 when I was talking to them about that, I think. And they said like they would consider rereading it if they found a way to get rid of that. So I decided to investigate options. I made my own solution, which was this kind of ham-fisted bad version, but then eventually found a better, more finessed version of it that didn't also destroy like actual numbers. You should look afraid, Green. You should look afraid. So I'm like horrified that we need to start the bottom thing on like the left, facing left or something, and then somehow switch it later. I hate everything about that being a possibility. Well, I only hate most things, because I can see how to switch it, and it's not even that hard. So we can start with that there if we want. Not sure if this really helps us much, but you know, let's take a different tack, look at it from a little bit of a different perspective and all. gonna drop that guy off here for now, which is also where we don't want it. Oh, there's a couple of ways. We could move over right now. Oh, hold on. We can sort of move over right now, in fact. Although this is now positioned one space over, so we could actually get underneath red if we wanted to here. Gives us some flexibility. We need to get back to the left to push the bottom one into the right spot still. If this is to be the fate of the world. This seems terrible. It seems very, very untenable. We can do like this. Okay, so that's gonna be our future bottom one, right? Maybe? It has the potential to be our future bottom one if we want it to be. Because it'll fall down when we start pushing the other one. So that's a possibility. So can we actually get the top one like placed in some fashion? Oh, right. Now that we did that, we can't actually go back here without. Okay. Somehow do anything useful? This seems bad. Everything seems bad. Let's be honest here. Do this. Oh, if I'm like, we can get the two of them together to push this up here, but then we can't get one of the birds back to the left, and we desperately need to get one of the birds back to the left after that theoretical scenario here. The case. Yeah, I mean, you don't need the case, right, Mental Bill? Just plug everything in, and you're good to go. There's your new PC. No problem, no problem. Oh, if I position that way, then we can't get red back yet. Dang it. I'm kind of trying to put one of these guys in a position at the bottom that they can act as a platform to move onto from the left. Use an old cooler. There you go. Okay. I don't know if this is actual progress or not, but it's a thing we're doing. No, it's not. Never mind. It doesn't work when the platform means I can't rest on the other Snakebird. Guess that probably should have been obvious. So yeah, we really need this to be in position, and then the other Snakebird could be, you know, just flat, and then you could push it over them, and that's fine. Is there any reasonable way to make that a thing that actually happens? Oh, maybe, actually. Could do that, then lift them up here. Oh, but then Red's stuck. I'm like, yeah, we could get this over here, then... So pretty sure this is terrible. There's no way to salvage this, is there? No. Snakebird life is tough. That is just true. Do this. Is this a tangled web with no hope of escape, or can we do something with this? No, this is actually looking like maybe a thing. Maybe. Definitely a maybe. It's really awkward to get that last spot in. Although we can do it with a little help, can't we? Oh no, that's trouble. Let's not do it that way. That's also terrible. Hey there, Raven. When does the bird part become useful? Well, so Mental Mill, you can at least do. Oh, I can't. Every time I try to like be like, hey, let's show this out. Yeah, let's can we get rid of that right now? So yeah, one thing you can do is self-propel Snakebirds. So the green bird is basically just driving the red bird like a car or something that's like a flying car. So that is the closest thing to the bird part coming into play. But you know, that's relevant. That's super relevant. I wish I knew if I was actually onto something or not here. I mean, it seems like there's some amount of promise. Oh, it's stuck. Yeah, it's stuck over there. Oh no. Turns out it'd be pretty easy to get in position if you could phase through the block and then make it solid again, huh? Oh. You can move it back there, now it's, you know, same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Okay. 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 We got the top one in position now. Okay. This may be a thing. Oh, the other one's not good though. It's very much not good. Can we get back over there? Yeah, we can get back over there. We can get back to the left if that saves it somehow. I don't think that middle block actually gets fixed in any fashion. I don't... See, this level feels more like, I don't know, somewhat more traditional puzzle game where it's like, okay, I figured out, like, chunks of it, I figured out a way to do A and B, and then I figured out a way to do A and C, and I just need to figure out how to do A, B, and C, rather than, you know, a typical Snakebird level where it just like, it's like, no, this... it's clear what I have to do, and what I have to do requires me to do something that is strictly impossible, so the level's impossible. That's what the standard Snakebird level feels like. This one feels like a brutal, more standard puzzle game level here. Mathericus, welcome. Yeah, that's true. They do eat the fruits with the beaks too. There you go. Well, not that happily, to be honest, Raven. This game has not sold especially well. Do recommend if you like brutal puzzle games, but yeah, it is a relatively unknown game that has not sold especially well. I should probably add this to my yeah, I think this should be on the curator page as well. Recommended action there. Oh man, we figured out a way to get the top one in position. Is there any way to fix the middle one at this point? The bird parts for morale. Hey, fat birds. Okay, I'm visualizing a plan that basically involves a circle of failure. Like, I might be able to get a bird back over here, and then we sneakily push one of these over here, and then we push it up, we get in position. Oh, but then the bottom one's out of position. So we need to push the middle one back over, and oh look, now the middle one's out of position, the bottom one's in position again, and we just keep cycling those back and forth, and they're never both correct. It's awful. Hey, Cafino. We were doing Nuclear Throne for most of the stream, but we have done 0 puzzles so far. We've made some amount of pseudo-relevant progress here. We've done 2/3 of this puzzle twice, so we're at least 133% through this one. Oh, we should round that up, man, not truncate it. 134% of the way through this. At an absolute minimum. I mean, we can start the Circle of Failure, see if any of that stuff actually works like we kind of hope it might. Well, what am I hoping for? I'm hoping for it to not work the way I think it does. I guess that's what we're actually hoping for. It's like I hope I'm horribly wrong. That's my hope. It's my desire. So you head back over here. Good. So what's up there? And you go something like that. Oh, look at that. Successful Circle of Failure. Now we've got the second and third ones. We've got all the combinations so far. We've got second and third, first and second, and first and third. We've got every combination. We've done it. Wait, maybe we can still fix this. Maybe the Circle of Failure is a Circle of Success. Hold the phone. Are you guys holding your phones? The phone should be held. I hope your phones were held. Because we got there. That's why we try it. That's why we try it when we think it might just be a Circle of Failure, because it ends up being the solution. We got there. We got there. Okay. Okay. It was not a Circle of Failure after all. We got there. Whew. I gave fair warning that people should be holding their phones. Hey there, Tricky. Circle of Victory. Well, we've almost completed the Circle of Victory. We need one more star level, and then we complete this circle, which I believe opens up another level. I think that's how that works. Alright. Ready-made killer. Can I do it again? Nope. That is... So in a lot of puzzle games, I can be like, yeah, sure, no problem. Here's the solution that I just found. Let me demonstrate. This game, it's just like, well, I don't remember what I did, but it worked eventually. I can talk about it a little bit. I ended up figuring out. So I had I decided that pushing the bottom one to the far right to start, which is where we wanted eventually, didn't seem to be working out. So we decided to push the bottom one to the far left to start and see what other options that gave us. So starting from that, we ended up getting it so that we got. We ended up getting one in the top, all the way up top where we wanted it, and we had we ended up with the bottom one over to the right where we wanted it, but the middle one was just like sitting on top of the bottom one. It was over here in this stupid place, so I'm like, I don't know. You can do it with the platforms on the left side, but that's definitely impossible, Tricky. Okay. See, that we were talking about earlier about levels having multiple distinct solutions, and how do you do it with all on the left side? What? Let me get back to that in a second. Let's finish what I was saying about Ready-Made Killer about this. Not that it's gonna make any sense, but we'll talk about it anyway. So, This middle platform was here and over here, so it was sitting on the bottom platform, which was here and here, and the top platform was here and here. So I pictured this concept that, like, I could actually push, like, get a Snakebird back over to the left, and then push the bottom platform into position, but then the middle one's not positioned, so we gotta move that out of the way, and then we keep pushing them back and forth, and one's always out of position. It seems broken. But I'm like, yeah, let's try it anyway. And as it turned out, we were able to get in a position that then, because the top platform was in place, we were able to have the second and third ones that were right, but the bottom one was wrong. But that was okay because we could climb back over the top again and then push the bottom one back into position, then suddenly all three in position and everything's good. You did it on the left side? So I started this level by determining that it was clearly impossible to do them all on the left side, so we knew for sure that we definitely needed the platforms on the right side to make it possible. Sure. Let's if you want to throw the move sequence down, Tricky, we can see how this is possible on the left side. It's madness, though. So, like, the reason we're saying, or at least I'm saying, that it's impossible on the left side, because you end up with a platform. Oh, is that no? That's still impossible. Okay, never mind. But the basic idea of why it seems impossible on the left side is because if all the platforms are over there, you end up with the top platform here and here, and you can snake your way back up to the top here. And then when your snake tries to move over towards the portal, it can't cross this 3 gap between the on the platform there, so it just falls. There's no way to actually get over here to get up, but apparently there is. All right. So left times 4. Well, I don't understand your notation. It would seem. Let's see. Left star 4. Someone got pissed off in chat because you did it. Oh, it's the level 4. Ah, right. So we start with that. Right, up, left. How do you, when do you switch? Or parentheses, the red snake and the non-parentheses. No, that doesn't work either. I don't know why there's a down here. Because green can't go right, so going right with one doesn't mean I can go right with the other one, so I don't understand. Oh, that's how you indicate the parentheses. Okay, so right, left. Yeah, the fact that one of the commands is... Oh! I'm reading the R as right rather than red. That's why I'm so confused. I'm like, why does this make any sense? Right, up, left, down, left, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even looking at what's happening. Did I do this? Where did I leave off? I think we're right here. Up, right, up, right, 2, 3, down, 1, 2. Alright, so that gets them all in position on the left side. Up, right, up, Right. So you get them the... Oh. Of course. Yes. It's not even that hard. It's not actually that complicated. You just walk on top of the other one. You're good to go. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. That I should not. I've played enough of this game. I should not have dismissed that as impossible. I feel like, but apparently Tricky did too, so I feel a little less bad about it. I know, right, Deadpet? Well, that was some Snakebird. I'm happy we got a puzzle done tonight, though. I wasn't sure if we would manage to pull it off or not. Hey, elephant. Let's see. Curious, Tricky. Oh yeah, I can see that. And then you have to shift the bottom to the right, but let's see. Oh, yeah, I mean, then you can actually use what we just did to move a snake from the left to the right and get them back over there if they weren't already, and then, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, we've got 2 levels still available right now. We've got 2 different nightmares. This nightmare actually is the less intimidating one for me, because I at least see like a game plan here. I feel like we need to move this so it's hooked on this. Then finagle our way to loop back around, knock this peg over a little bit, and then move this onto that peg, and get around somehow. I don't know exactly how, but somehow we. Oh no. Okay, so after you knock the peg over, you need to drop down onto a Snakebird over here that's positioned to catch you. Maybe? I don't know. That looks doable, though, I guess. Maybe. Then finagle it up to get on top of this other peg, and... Maybe you don't even get it on top of the other peg? Maybe you, like, get it just in between on the cloud, and then you move this peg? Okay. I'm managing to freak myself out about that one. That one only looked terrible, and now it looks just abysmal. And this one still looks like the absolute worst, though. This one just looks like the worst. The absolute worst. It's a little more visually simple, but... like, I don't even see how to do the easy parts. We gotta get these blocks down and then, like, finagle them down here somehow to manage to get ourselves back up after we get the fruits, and what? This is just madness. And then like, there's just these little spikes here to make sure you can't, like, conveniently turn yourself around properly, and... I don't... Hey there, Noob Cake. Can't it be both? So, try to figure out if there's anything appropriate we can do for just a few minutes here. Do need a drink refill. And I also need sleep. And that star is vibrating intensely. When we were like halfway through this game, and by that I mean like, you know, probably a fourth of the way through this game, I was not expecting to keep playing it enough to actually finish it off, because it's so brutal! So brutal, man. Get these puzzles that take like 90 minutes each and stuff. But we're still persevering. We are still persevering. Hey there, Mort Kawasaki. Winter are the standard on fruit levels? Question mark. Do all the winter levels have fruit or something? I hadn't even noticed the pattern, to be honest. Looks like they are... oh jeez, that was a nightmare. Or maybe that was... There's a few levels that weren't impossible. I don't remember specifically which levels. There weren't very many of them. At least 65% of the levels in this game were definitely impossible. And we've only got like 1.5 impossible levels left. This one doesn't necessarily look impossible. It just looks like a nightmare. This level looks impossible. 45 definitely impossible. So what's the theme of these ones? Maybe that's where you start pushing the blocks and stuff. That's how long a Snakebird can get, incidentally. Oh yeah, that level was crazy. I can say that about like any. I just look at any random level, like wow, that level, man, what was going on there? That was madness. And these were the portal levels. The portal levels were some of the easier ones for me, anyway. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but yeah, I think the portal ones were some of the easiest, higher level ones that I did. I got you, more. Standing on fruit. Ha. Or what was the lily padding? I don't know. There was one. Spikes and pain. Multiple Snakebirds, maybe? That could be a theme. Oh yeah, this level was definitely impossible. I distinctly remember that level being impossible. I think 8 was the first impossible level. Yeah, 8 was the first impossible level I encountered. Like I said, a big part of streaming this game is trying to figure out how to work in the word impossible as impossibly many times as you possibly can.